Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Rex's Armory. Today, I'm going to be giving you one of my favorite pieces and probably one of the most famous handguns, or if not the most famous handgun in all of the US today. But before I do that, I'd like to take my time to thank everyone who subscribed to me while I was gone. Thank you so much for helping me hit 100 subscribers. I know that none of this is possible without you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I know that next time we're gonna hit that 1,000 in the sub target, and we're just gonna keep getting into it. But before we get into this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Now, the piece I'm about to show you is, like I said, probably one of the most famous handguns in all of the United States today. It is the one and only Glock 19 Gen 5. Now, I feel like the Gen 3 is probably more popular. There is a bit of a difference between there are small differences between these guns. Gen 3 had a different sort of pistol grip, and they had what's it called? The finger grooves on the pistol grip here as well. The Gen 4 removed part of the old pistol grip, and they put their own, and Glock put its own stippling on here. But they still kept the finger grooves. Now the Gen 5 is just the Gen 4 frame, regular stippling, but without any finger grooves. Also, a little bit of a difference is it's got a little bit of a curve on the slide towards the end here, just pointing towards the end of the barrel. But yeah, it's a very, very nice gun, great, reliable, straight out of the box. I've been firing this maybe a couple months now. I've only been to the range a couple times with it though. I've definitely put about 400, 500 rounds through it so far, and I mean it's holding up beautifully. But as you can see, there is a little bit of scratching on this side of the slide. That's mainly due to how I store it in my safe. Rubs up against the wall of the safe, and the wall is scratching off some of the finish. But that's not going to be a problem soon, because I'm going to be making upgrades to this pistol. I'm going to send it into a company, which once I do, I will post a review about, and I will do a follow-up review on a custom Glock. Now this is just currently a stock Glock Gen 5, or Glock 19 Gen 5. This is literally what it looks like right out of the box, and I got it at a very discounted price because Glock has this thing called the Blue Label program. Now the Blue Label program is a program that many other companies are starting to adopt, and it's basically a program that gives that a company gives out to its customers who are law enforcement officials, who are members who are currently serving in the U.S. military, those who are retired veterans, and first responders, I think, are also on that list. And I got this at a time during the pandemic, when things were starting to go a little bit crazy. But I was still able to get it at a crazy discounted price. These were around the time these were currently priced at around $800 to like $750 to $800, something like that. But through the Blue Label program, I was able to get this at a much more discounted price, nearly half that price. I mean, it's still, I mean, even though it's just a regular stock Glock, it's still fantastic. I will tell you some of the upgrades that I'm going to make to this pistol in the future. But first, let me just get into the gun and tell you a little bit about it. So we have the regular stock iron sights. I will try to show you. Now it's the regular like box and the dot in the little right here, these are the regular stock iron sights. They're pretty good, but I think in the future I will upgrade to something a little bit better, like Ameriglow iron sights or some other kind of sight. But yeah, still great iron sights. I mean, I still love these. It's got a shorter barrel than it's got a much shorter barrel and slide than the 17 does, along with a shorter frame as well. And these are, that's probably why it's one of the more popular concealed carry weapons in the United States today. The trigger it's okay, but I think in the future that's another upgrade I will make. I'm gonna swap out this stock trigger for a better trigger. So let me just take out the mag. Nothing's in there, and a little hole for you. Now it feels a little grainy. I don't know why. I mean, I literally just finished cleaning this thing. So watch. It just feels weird. It feels like there's sand in there or something like that. It might be a problem with the spring. Not exactly sure yet, but I will be taking this into Glock's headquarters since they're close by to me in Smyrna, and I'm going to take a little drive down there at some point this summer, and they'll do maintenance for you for free, apparently, if you go down there. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be doing. Now, in order to take apart and clean this gun, it's actually fairly simple. I'll show you a little tutorial right now. So what you'll do is pull the slide a little bit back, and then you'll take these little takedown pins right here, and then you'll hold down on them, let go of the slide, and while nothing's in the gun, pull the trigger, and then boom, you got yourself just a slide. Now this slide, yeah, like I said, it's a stock slide. This is also something I'm going to be upgrading in the future. I'm going to send it into a company to get custom porting done on both the sides of the slide and on the top of the slide. Just get a little top porting up there. And then in addition, I'm also going to be upgrading my barrel as well. I'm going to be putting a little bit of porting in the barrel as well. Now the purpose of porting is to allow gases to escape more quickly, so that you can get a little bit less recoil from the gun and still get rounds through the pistol really quickly. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it back together real quick, and then let's see here. As I fumble to do this, I'm putting it in wrong. There we go. It is back together, and then I just slide it onto the track here on the frame. Yep, works perfectly. Okay. The slide, while being a short barrel slide, the barrel, while being a shorter, more compact barrel, I still am finding this to be a very reliable handgun. I mean, I've been practicing some concealed carry drills on the range. I've been using this as my regular pistol that I'll just put in my holster as opposed to the 17 that I'll usually use. And it's been running real smooth, but the only drawback, like I said earlier, seems to be the trigger. It just feels like there's a lot of tension on it. I don't know why. It feels like it's a little bit grainy. It just feels weird. But like I said, I'm gonna have that looked at. The pistol grip. Now, since it's a smaller gun than say like the 17, it's got a much smaller pistol grip. And while my hands can wrap around the guns pretty easily, it can still be a little bit of trouble for some who may have bigger hands or something like that. Then again, when it comes to your preference of handgun, I say you use whatever you want. Use whatever's pistol grip fits your hand perfectly, whatever, but whatever. As long as you're accurate and consistent with your shots, then you got no problem from me. But yeah, overall, sweet handgun. Oh, last thing, the magazines. These magazines are freaking amazing. They're the regular stock Glock OEM magazines. Got little counters on the back for like all magazines do, for just to show where you're at in terms of how much ammo you got left. They're all made of polymer, just like the frame is, and I mean they're really just great mags. The only drawback I would say these mags have is when you're going to grab them. It's a little bit, since the mags are a little bit smaller than say like a 17. It's a little bit harder to get a grip around them when they're like in a pistol mag pouch, or like in a pistol mag holder or something like that. So I would probably recommend getting like sort of like an extension on the bottom pads or something like that, just so that you can grab it a little bit easier and take it out quicker. But yeah, that's the Glock 19 Gen 5. This will eventually be my carry pistol, and in the future, once I get my upgrades done to this, I will show you a follow-up video just to show what kind of upgrades that I've done to it and show you a little bit of range time. Fortunately, I don't really have any footage of me at the range with this thing, but in the future, I'm gonna get that to you. All right, so that's it for Rex's Armory today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, watch out for those wrist rockets.